Call to order the Historic District Review Board meeting. Do we stand for Pledge of Allegiance?
Establish the roll call first.
No, sorry.
Mayor
I'm
present.
going too fast.
James present.
Glasser present.
Tom present.
Okay, we have a quorum. Now we can stand. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any public comments?
We do not.
Has everyone had a chance to read the, does everyone approve of the agenda? Yes,
I make a motion, we accept it.
Second.
approve.
All in favor?
Aye. No unfinished business. New business. Fence installation, none. Modifications to approved certificates of appropriateness.
Good evening. Thanks everyone for coming out. This is agenda item 6B1, 301 Mason Avenue. Applicant John and Clelia Shepherd. Contractor L4 Enterprises. This is for a modification to an approved certificate of appropriateness that was approved on 11/21/2023. This is for the sign that would be located on the front balcony of the commercial building. They would like to enlarge it from 2 by 8 to 3 foot 9 inches by 8 foot and 1 inch. It would still be the same colors and everything. They would just like to enlarge it. If you turn over to page 2 of 3, I have the existing front as it is, as it was on June 5th, 2024. The approved front signage from November and the proposed front signage that was given to me for the packet. The sign is in conformance with zoning. The Historic District Overlay design guideline, and this building type is in the Historic District, and the style is listed. And we do have the contractor here if you have any additional questions.
It's the same as it was, the other one's not lighted, correct?
Excuse me, I'll get him for you.
Pardon me?
Can you come up here? Come up here and please state your name for the record.
Excuse me? I didn't hear what you said.
The dimensions I can read, but is it lighted or not lighted?
It's there's raised lettering with the potential for lighting in the background of the letters, but it's not lit at the present time.
But it's not lighted.
Not right now, no.
Is it intended to be lighted?
It has the availability to be upgraded for lighting.
Excuse me, could you state your name for the record?
Oh, I'm Nick Latswaka, L4. I'm the contractor.
Does that change things?
Andy's actually the sign designer, so.
Yeah, it'll be backlit, low LED, low voltage,
But it will be lighted.
from behind, backlit, raised letters, backlit onto the back panel. Andy Buckholz, Eastern Shore Signs.
Isn't the condominiums across the street?
It's LED low voltage, so it's not gonna be that bright. It's not gonna project any more light than any other sign that's in town or the street lights that are on that street.
They're not as bright as the existing street lights.
No, they're dimmable too, by the way.
They're what?
Dimmable.
Dimmable. Like on a rheostat?
No, yeah, just a dimmer switch.
Okay.
They're not gonna impose any more light than the street lights that are already there.
Okay.
And it's projecting back against the sign, so if it's gonna bounce, it'll bounce outward.
Has anybody contacted the people who live in the condos to see if they object to the sign?
If it conforms to the zoning, why would they do that? Every other sign that's lit up in the historic district, it's the same thing. So it's not going to be any different than any other sign, Moonrise for a matter of fact. It's not going to be any different than that.
Okay,
So there would be no reason to do that.
okay. That's fine.
It's
by
not
me.
like it's going to be a spotlight.
What?
It's not going to be a spotlight.
Okay, well, you gotta clear everything before, so then you can't ask questions after it's
Yeah.
approved.
Yeah, I get you.
And it meets all the zoning criteria.
Yes.
I have no problem with it.
I make a motion to approve.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Approved.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we have, moving along, we have item 6D1, 118 Fig Street. The applicant is Mark Clark. You will see the applicant is seeking to replace the existing front and side wood porch flooring with AZAC.
Did you say 116 or 118?
118. And he says this is due to riding on the two-story single-family dwelling. If you go to page 2 of 2, this is in compliance with zoning. Historic district overlay design guidelines are listed, as is the staff recommendation. Included in his packet, you will see he did include existing pictures to show you some of the rot. And the applicant is here if you have additional questions. And I do remind all applicants and my board members to speak in the mics, and when applicants come up, if you'll state your name for the record. Did you want me to get the applicant to come up?
Sure.
Mark Clark.
Dr. Mark Clark.
Yeah.
My only question was, there's no change in the existing square footage. It's the same footprint.
Correct, be exactly the same, just replacing the
Different
wood.
And the orientation, the same.
Yeah.
Handrails the same?
Yeah,
Touching any of that, just the floor, right? Okay.
yeah.
You did mention that you'd repair any wood railings with wood. And what-
Yeah, there was one section where the wood was a little rotting under the railing, but that would just be replaced with wood.
And where is this metal?
That's at the front steps. That was there when I moved there, that's the way it was, so.
And that'll stay? Okay.
No further
I
questions?
I don't have any other questions. I make a motion, we accept it.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved.
All right, thanks.
Moving right along, agenda item 6D2, 711 Tazewell Avenue. And this one's a little confusing because if you do look on our historic register, I'm just stating this for the record, it is under 302 Fig Street. So as you'll see, for the background here, I'll just summarize it. They came into our office last summer because some work was approved a few years back and nothing was done. So when they started doing the work, they just needed to come back to sort of re-up, and now they're coming to you all for that. I do have a list. So they will replacing the existing 1/1 wood door with a 6-panel fiberglass door, and this door will also be ADA compliant. Add 1 single pane crank out vinyl window on the front, and which you can see, everything is pictured. When I say front, it's because of the orientation of where you're looking. And repair and replace the vinyl siding as needed, because they did close up some windows, so vinyl siding will just go over that. I do have one correction to one of the guidelines sections. If you'll turn to page 405, number 3 down should be section 6.1. My apologies for that.
Where it says 4.4.
Yes. I had the correct heading, the accessory structures associated with contributing primary buildings.
So it is determined this is not an accessory structure.
Well, it's not a accessory dwelling unit, right? Yeah.
They have their bed and breakfast at this location.
Yeah.
So there's an allowable use of what they're trying to do there.
No.
But it doesn't fall under the guidelines for accessory dwelling.
No.
It's part of the commercial use of the property.
And the Kohlers are here if you have any additional questions.
Sure. You want to come on?
Donna Kohler.
Gregory Kohler.
Will there be a separate entrance to this structure?
It has its own private entrance. That's the door that we're looking to replace. So currently, it's either 28 or 30 inches.
28-inch wooden door that's rotting right now.
Yeah, so, and we want to make it
Just
ADA compliant at the 36 inches. So, aside from the rot.
Okay.
Did you check the ADA compliance number for the width?
As far as I understand, it's 36.
That's correct.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Yes.
I thought it was 42, but maybe,
No.
okay.
You can get a wheelchair through.
It's not required for bed and breakfast guidelines. We're not required to have as an ADA compliant unit, but we're trying to make it as compliant as possible. And obviously, the door is one of those factors. And it will be a first, there's no, there's going to be one step to go into it.
That was gonna be my question, there's a ramp?
There's no ramp, it's just one, it'll be about one little 4-inch step to get into it.
That's outside. It's where our porch starts. And so there'll be one step to get up to the porch, and then we'll be level to enter into the unit.
So it's not technically ADA compliant?
No.
It is accessible.
It's an improvement towards that.
Towards it,
Yeah.
And they're not required to bring the full building
It
to ADA.
doesn't mean anything to what we
No.
discussed.
No.
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 Any other questions?
We can make a motion, we accept your application as read.
Second that?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved.
Thank you.
The next item up is agenda item 63 to 12 Randolph Avenue, and we'll have to call the representative for this.
We're not on. This one. Can you turn the volume up? It's not as good as it's gonna get.
Hi, you've reached Wellfish. I'm sorry I'm away from my phone at the moment. I'll call you back. Thank you, and have a great day. At the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, you may hang up.
Wolf, this is Tracy. I'm calling at your agenda item time on the Historic District Review Board. Please give me a call back or I'll try you again. He's home. He's got family visiting. He lives in Craddock, so I'm hoping he has signal.
Okay, we'll just go on to the next one.
Okay.
607 Randolph. Is there anyone here?
If I may, Madam Chairman, is there a chance that we can at least present 212 Randolph?
That's what I was gonna ask.
See if you would be able to act on it this evening, or if you do have questions after you do the presentation, then we can defer.
Okay.
Yeah, and we can
That's-
maybe try
I'm
to
okay
call
with
him
that.
again. Okay, this is 6D3 212 Randolph Avenue. The applicant, Walter Frisch, are representing the owners, Doug and Amy Dodson. The applicant is seeking the following: one, to replace the existing front 6-light wood door with 1/1 side lights and 3-light transom, which is a 5-foot by 8-foot door. And they would like to replace that with 2 3/4 light, 1-panel fiberglass doors with a 1 full-light transom, and that would be 6 foot by 8 foot. They would like to parge over one of the existing chimneys that is already parged and add a chimney cap to that existing chimney. And just as a side, the applicant has indicated that this type of door replacement can be found in the neighborhood at 332 Randolph Avenue. If you turn over, I do have the materials list are listed. I do have pictures of the existing front door and the proposed front double doors. Of course, this is compliant with zoning, and I have all the historic district laid design guidelines. And in the packet, he did give you 2 types of doors, just in case you did not like the double doors. That's why you have 2 different doors in there.
I would like to refer to our guidelines
You
on
going?
doors.
Okay, are you going to do the 4.5 or the 5.5.2?
5.5.2.
Okay,
Guidelines for doors. If a historic door is damaged or deteriorated beyond repair, it should be replaced in kind. To achieve in-kind replacement, new doors must match the historic doors in material, composition, style, size, profile, glass usage, and glazing type, and other visual qualities. This doesn't meet any of that criteria.
To be that guy, is this, do we have any idea, is this the original historic door that is currently there?
It certainly
This
looks
was
like
a
it.
Closed-in front porch originally, was it not?
See, that we need to talk to him.
Trying again.
sure, this is Tracy. I'm calling in because it's his time to speak to the Historic District Review Board.
Looks like the original door.
Let's see.
Hello? Hello?
Is it for Cape Charles?
This is for Cape Charles.
Okay, hold on. He's somewhere.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Great, why not?
She's fine.
I think our guidelines are very clear.
Oh, totally, yeah. It's not even the same configuration.
So what about the rest of it? Chimney? already, chimney's already arched, any issue with?
I didn't see that. I didn't see a picture of that.
That is a
It's a
circle.
pretty distant photo, I believe.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Frisch.
Yeah. Yes.
Hi, this is Kathy Glasser with the Historic Review Board.
How,
The Historic District Review Board regarding your application,
yeah.
okay? The criteria that we have in our guidelines does not agree with the choice of door that you have. It's a completely different configuration and does not match the historic period of the house.
I think we lost.
Hello?
I think the line all dropped.
He's calling back.
Did he hear what I said?
Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was in a bad spot.
No
we should be
problem.
okay now. Yeah.
Did you hear my previous comments about the fact that the door does not meet the historic guidelines?
No.
The guidelines clearly state that, okay, let me read them. And you can go on our website and see them as well. That if a historic door is damaged or deteriorated beyond repair, it should be replaced in kind. And in kind means it must match the historic doors in material, composition, style, size, profile, glass usage, glazing type, finish, hardware, and other visual qualities. It must be compatible with the style of the building. And the new doors that you've chosen do not meet that criteria.
Okay. Both doors?
Well, just the whole idea of a double door.
But he has proposed replacing, he gave an alternate to replace it with a singular door.
I didn't see that.
Yes, it's in your application, so they were pitching the double door first, and if that was found to be unacceptable by the board, they are proposing that they could replace it with a single door, similar style.
Do you have a picture of that?
Right there.
It's in your application.
Page 58, if you have it open on your computer.
Okay, I see. So then if you went with a single door, would you keep the side lights?
Yes. It would be the same as the old door with the side lights and the transom, except it would be a fiberglass door instead of a wood door.
I think that would be more acceptable.
But it's
Okay.
not. The door is glass.
Well, there's glass.
Yeah, and the only difference would be that the old door was a 2.8 door, and the new door would have to be a 3.0 door to meet code requirement.
Second choice.
Okay.
But
It's a glass door with,
it's not
got
the same.
6 glasses.
It doesn't have the same configuration with the, what do we have? 6 panes. Yours is all one piece.
Yeah, the new one didn't have a grill in it.
Right.
Correct.
It needs a grill. It's a historic house.
Would you say that, please, into the microphone?
It needs a grill. It's a historic house. And we're following the guidelines that are laid down for us at the town.
So if you found that door with grills in it, that would be acceptable.
He didn't even show, yeah, he didn't show me anything.
Okay, so if I did the door with the side lights and the transom with a grill, you'd accept it?
Yes.
Okay.
Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes. We've all agreed on that.
Okay.
We would need to see that, though. hold on. Tracy wants to make a comment.
understand.
Excuse me, just when you're doing all this, make sure you remember it for the motion. And also for the grills, I need you to state whether they will be on the inside or outside of the glass. That's all. So we know this for all the motion, okay?
Okay, the grills cannot be between the glass. They have to be either on the inside or the outside of the glass.
So let's make a motion to that effect.
So I'm going to make a motion that that door is acceptable with the mullion on the inside or the outside of the door.
And
Correct?
with the two side lights.
And with the two side lights, that will be acceptable to the board.
Do we need to second that?
So just to clarify, it's a single door, and then the transom and the side lights, all of that remains the same.
Correct. Same configuration.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a motion. Do we need to second that motion?
Just hold off.
We have to-
Okay.
Again, we're still talking about the chimney and everything else here.
Oh,
All right, now, as far as the grill goes, I mean, we're actually, we're waiting to set the door. So if I come to you, say, tomorrow or the next day with the grill, can I just get it approved so we can order the door? Because it's, several weeks out and, we're trying to move this project along.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
it could be administratively approved at that point.
Okay, cool.
But we want to continue and talk about the chimneys. Marty?
I don't have any issues with parging over the existing barge chimney.
Anybody else?
You'll have to hold on, please. Is there anything in the historic guidelines? I know you can point up the mortar, but is there any restriction on parging the chimney?
This chimney has been previously parged already. And I put both guidelines that we have on chimneys on here. We have section 4.3.22, pages 4-8, and we have section 5.3.2, page 5-12.
So it's not a change, it's just.
No, it's not a change, he's just redoing it
In
to,
kind.
No.
Right.
Repairing the existing parging. Any discussion? No? And there's-
Okay, it seems to be, it's acceptable in our guidelines to go ahead and parge the chimney.
So then we need a final motion.
and please don't forget the chimney cap.
Oh, chimney cap, I don't think there was any question on that. Nope.
Okay, so we already have the start of the motion with the single door with the transom, side lights, and add a grill either inside or outside on the door, not in between the glass panel, to create a 6-pane window look. Clearly, no double front door, and it sounds like you are supportive of all other elements of the application as presented.
Correct.
Okay. So, Mr. Tom started that motion, who seconded that?
Yes.
You can't second it. I second it.
Okay,
Okay.
take a vote.
Did you hear that, Mr. Frisch?
Kind of broken up a bit.
Yeah, you were approved.
With
Okay,
the
great.
changes that we suggested on the door?
All in favor?
Yeah, you gotta take a vote.
Yes. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Approved. And if you come to the town with the new door, they can approve it administratively, so you can go ahead and order it.
Okay, great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, bye. You couldn't second it because you made the motion.
Okay, this is 64-607 Randolph Avenue. What I'm going to try to do is, I guess we'll try to call this applicant since he is not here.
607 Randolph.
Next to the church.
It's the white one right across from the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
It's on the parking lot of the church.
it's already worked on.
What?
It's being worked on.
Because he's been to us before for that house.
So that-
He's been before us before, and approved
This is for more.
a modification.
So is this an amendment or an addition? No.
An addition, sorry.
Yeah, he's doing more work.
He's done
Steve,
it.
please leave a message and I'll get right back with you.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it. Good evening, Steve. This is Tracy calling from the Historic District Review Board meeting. Please give me a call back as soon as you can. Thank you. I'll try to get it back up.
So we can look at it.
We will give a presentation.
Yep. So again, this is item 64 for 607 Randolph Avenue. The applicant is Steve Chapman, representing Virginia Sell Now 2023 LLC. As you all have discussed, we have seen this property before, but this is, in addition to that, it's not an amendment. This is more work he would like to do. So he is seeking to replace the existing cement porch flooring with new AZAC porch flooring. He did put wood on, but looking at the materials, it looked like AZAC, so I was going to kind of get a clarification tonight. But the porch flooring would be in the same footprint and no changes to the columns, balustrade, or corbels. 2, he would like to enclose about 2 feet of the left lower side deck to add space to the main house. He would like to construct a second-story addition on the rear of the 2-story single-family dwelling, and he would like to extend the second-level left side deck to go around to half the rear of the home, and he found some shutters that he would like to restore and hang. And they would be wood, and they do work. So the materials list are listed. Everything is in compliance with zoning. I have listed the Historic District Overlay Design Guidelines. And in his application, you will see he provided existing pictures of what has been done. And he has provided the proposed.
Well, it is literally an addition.
Yes. To the rear.
side.
Yeah, to the side. So if you're looking on sheet 1,
It's a corner lot.
yes. Well, it's like a parking lot and then this lot, or then this house. It's the parking lot to the Catholic church and then it's this house.
It's visible from.
It's visible from 2 streets.
Does-
Yeah.
Do the people own the parking lot as it exists now?
The church.
No, the church does. That's what I
church
said.
owns
It's the
that.
church parking lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Going back to the porch, you
Yes.
said replace the existing concrete. Is it I can't remember, a solid concrete all the way around?
In the pictures that he provided,
It's hard to
that's
tell.
what it looks like.
So are they
But he
going
said,
to raise it up?
no, he said that he was gonna,
Because it looks like in the new pictures, like there's space under it.
yeah, so I guess they're just not going to, when they take it up, they're just not going to cover it. You know how some people cover theirs with lattice? I guess
But if
he's
it's
not gonna
solid,
do
they have
that.
to just
They're gonna take
the
it all
concrete
down.
out.
That's why I asked him about everything else, and he said, no, he's still doing what he said he was doing in the first application with the columns, balustrades, and corbels, where he's restoring all of that. And he did on the, if you see the sheet page 3, it shows it a little better.
I mean, I don't think for me, there's no question on the materials.
I can try to call, let me see if I can get up with
And the
them
addition
again.
is new construction.
That's why I put
To a contributing structure.
yep, that's why I put that guideline in there.
And so it shouldn't really matter if it's visible. You treat it the same either way.
I can try to give him a call one more time if you have questions, so give me just a moment.
I don't think the roof pitch changes.
Yeah, but in some of the pictures, it looks like it does, and in some of them, it doesn't, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I see, it's kind of hard to see. But if you look at the existing, is there any criteria for roof pitch?
Well, for the, to keep it within
To
design of the home,
keep it in,
so it doesn't look like a flat roof at the back, or,
It doesn't.
So I could not get up with him, but is there parts of this that you all could approve?
There. Yeah, I think
You
it's
need
the
to ask him
angle we're looking
questions.
at.
Is the rear of the
Because
hall,
that would have been, that's
is there
this
further demolition
roof
to be
you're
done?
looking
I'm
at.
just looking at the photograph here, and that, the existing presently does not seem to match up with the design addition.
there's like a whole, like balcony looking thing that fits.
I think that's on the side.
Right, that's on the side.
It seems like this would have to go away to wrap that
Yeah.
around.
If you look on the floor plan, it's going to come out to here.
Yeah, because that's the thing that.
Right, so that's
That
there.
hole is just covered, and
No.
that's gonna go away.
if you look at 312,
Well, he can't come back next month.
I think,
Look at
it sounds like you have enough
It's the
questions,
same.
and we don't want to
Yeah.
presume
It's
to answer
almost the
for
same.
them.
Yeah.
building type, forms, and associated architecture styles, 312, okay? So if you take that, which is close to that,
We can just.
We can defer this until next month.
you know what I mean? Let's defer it, because I think we.
Yeah, I mean,
research.
we need clarity on the roof.
Yeah,
You mean August?
And
It would be August, because we have no other applications that have been filed for the month of July.
let's, I'd like to make a motion that we postpone it to July.
No,
Try
it would be
again.
to August, because at this point, we had no intention of convening a meeting in July, because we have no other applications.
And he didn't indicate he wouldn't be available.
And I put it out in the email, just like I do you all, so.
So,
So this will be deferring till your August meeting.
Give him one last call.
That's who I was just calling. I was trying.
yeah, I think all the roof pitches are there.
yeah, it's just this.
Because there's this side and there, it's the part that's gone over the balcony, but that doesn't change from the original roof pitch.
But you see, it's only
So
the 18th of June,
it doesn't actually cover the
so they
balcony.
won't have any more
Yeah,
in
if you
July.
look at it from
Yeah.
the street, it looks like there's a hole. It's-
But here it doesn't cover the balcony.
I really
But here it
believe that
does.
it needs more study from us. That's a contributing structure.
We just have more questions, that's all.
We'll give it one more shot on a different phone, maybe screen trace.
Maybe things are.
He should have been here anyway. Maybe he could have answered the questions.
Yeah, that is deceiving,
Chad,
because
it's Katie Inez, the Director of Planning and Zoning for Cape Charles. We've attempted now 3 times to phone you for tonight's Historic District Review Board meeting. There are questions from the board relative to your application. Unfortunately, because you are not able to participate, we've been able to catch you by phone.
While she's doing that, this was actually the only comment that Libby Wright had was on this house. She said that she would like to ask to break up the solid wall. She would have liked some sort of window on the corner of Randolph and Nectarine, unless it was a bath.
Unless there's a bathroom there that would prohibit a window going in. So if the board is good, we will defer this to your next meeting, which is August.
Do you need us to make a motion to do that?
Sure. Motion to defer.
Motion made to defer until the August meeting.
Because we don't have enough information.
Yes.
Because we need more information, sir. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Other business?
Okay, in my monthly report to you, we've had about seven minor exemptions that we were able to approve administratively. If you have any questions on those, we'll do our best to answer them. Moving on down, one, we have,
Nothing personal.
okay, Jack Nicholson. Okay, we have hired in our office, Jack Steinmeier is our new zoning compliance officer, administrative assistant on a full-time basis. So we welcome him to the team, and we will ensure we get him to meet you at some point. With that said, we have not started doing compliance checks with him yet on your certificates of appropriateness, but that will be undertaken over the next month or so to reactivate that program again. Moving on down, as you have all seen, you received the notice of violation that was issued for demolition by neglect at 1 Fig Street. Again, they have until July 1 to respond to the town on that notice of violation. And we will keep you informed as that moves forward. At 204 Bay Avenue, we also issued a notice of violation on your behalf for working without permits. While he has come forward and provided us the permits, we are still having an issue over the penalty or violation piece of that violation, or the fines, I should say, associated with that. Again, the applicant does have the right to appeal until June 29th, the decisions that I issued on this matter. Additionally, we have been working with our new employee on looking at some other properties, because we're trying to do this on an annual basis of going through the district and looking at other properties that may be starting to appear of demolition by neglect. We have now actually issued those letters. They went out on Monday for these various properties at 115 Fig, 649 Monroe, 636 Madison, 400 Jefferson. 122 Pine was not a full, I don't believe that was a full notice of violation, but we felt it was starting to look that way, so we're trying to encourage them to tend to their property and talk to us about potential things they could do. But otherwise, we've issued demolition of neglect on the remaining properties, and we will keep you informed as we get any responses from the property owners on those letters. Yes.
The number 115 is next to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Does that, thank you. Reviewing the properties that may qualify as demolition by neglect cases.
Yes.
Does that apply with that house also?
Yes, and if you'd like to have a copy of those letters, we're happy to send them to you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I
I'll
would
send
love
you
one.
all of them, not just one of them, but all of them.
All of them then.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I have a question. I noticed that a for sale sign went up on 1 Big Street. So they can sell it even with that notice on it?
They can sell it. It doesn't mean the notice of violation goes away, just because new owners may take possession of it. The Realtor was informed prior to them accepting that contract that there was a notice of violation forthcoming. They've been provided a copy of that, so they're fully aware of the town requirements associated with that property.
I think they've just given up because they've opened another place further up the road.
So,
It's a sad, and it's something we might want to consider for the future.
I will make you aware, through the General Assembly, in this session that just closed, they actually passed a bill that does allow us, if we're in a historic district, to impose greater fines for demolitions of properties. So we will be working and incorporating that into our proposed zoning ordinance amendments that are forthcoming this fall.
What about a bond?
That will increase, I don't have the authority for the bond yet, but that will increase our penalty phase if there are demolitions of properties within the district, yes.
Does the town have the legal right to request a bond on property?
No, you do not.
We do not have.
No, you do not.
The state requires that we cannot.
The state does not provide us authorization to require a bond.
We have to get it.
We can't request a bond from a builder.
You do not have the authority at a locality level to put in that requirement. The state has not authorized that requirement.
Thank you.
That's correct. Okay?
But that's something to look into for future.
I have passed that on to my boss to ask for the town council to consider that in their legislative request in the fall to go into the General
Especially
Assembly.
with a building as significant as this. Well,
This could happen on any building.
True.
And I put it this way, I won't say gamble, but we take on good faith people's ability to come forward, present, and commit and do the work that they say they're going to do. This could have happened, say, on the hardware store building. It could have been anywhere in town. We do rely upon the good faith of everybody coming before us. Yes.
The
So,
window problem we have with the Parker building, same problem.
which building?
Parker.
I don't know the Parker building.
It was an apartment house and the man put the wrong windows in.
Okay,
It's on Mason.
okay.
I thought that was long solved.
Yeah.
So, with that said, any other questions for me?
No.
Thank you all very much.
Someone want to make a motion to adjourn?
Oh, wait. We have, just so you're aware, we have item 7B, 2 upcoming webinars. We just wanted you to be aware of.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Okay. Because when we do our annual reports, we're supposed to be reporting and giving you all training, and we like to give you all training. So, thank you.
This is just what's going on for this month. There'll be more later.
There should be more later, but again, we want to make you aware, and again, they can be done from the convenience of your own home to call in for these webinars.
Yeah. I'm
Or
just-
you could go to Tracy's office.
Yes, you could.
I can't do either of these, but I do enjoy doing them.
I do too, but I go to Tracy's office.
For the more technologically,
The elderly.
So can I make a motion to adjourn?
I second it.
all in favor? Meeting adjourned.